Hello. Um, the sound. Okay. Hello. 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 All right. That's good. Hello. Okay. Sound is on the stream. Is it? Hello. Okay, it is. Okay. Hello, Muhammad Ahidi. Welcome. All right. So first, we're gonna watch a few Overlord videos from any news, lore videos. Then we're gonna go for uh solo leveling. Any news? Overlord explained.
Season 3 is finally.
This is something we watched, right? Already? Yes, we did. Let's watch World of Yggdrasil. We're gonna go in sequence
Did I
from now.
say bi weekly Overlord video? Did I? Did I say bi weekly Overlord videos? I meant tri weekly. No, wait, that doesn't make sense. Nah, in all seriousness, I'm really sorry about the delay. Work's been a bit of a hassle. But welcome back anyway to the third installment of my Overlord Explain.
Cool, but I won't be here for long, unfortunately. Oh, okay. It's alright. You can watch it later on. I mean, the stream is not going anywhere.
Series. Today we're going to be looking at the world of Yggdrasil, the dive massively multiplayer online role-playing game that Suzuki Satoru, aka Momonga, aka Ainz Ulu, player online
Suzuki
role-playing
Satoru.
game
That's the
that
name
Suzuki Satoru,
of the player who
aka
is playing
Momonga,
Overlord, right?
aka Ainz Ulu Gaon, was in the moment he was transported to the New World. Now, don't get the New World and Yggdrasil confused with each other, because they aren't one and the same. The world that Ainz was transported to, which is now referred to as the New World, although bearing many connections and similarities to Yggdrasil, it's not the world from the game. So in
Hmm.
case you thought that Ainz was just transported to the actual game world, just like how I did for much longer than I'm willing to admit, it's best to think of them as two separate entities. Back to the topic of the video. What makes up the world of Yggdrasil? From characters and classes to mechanics and magic, I'm going to go through the components of the game that made Yggdrasil, well, Yggdrasil.
Hmm.
There is quite a lot of information to cover, so I am going to split this video up into two parts. So let's start with the basics. What exactly is a DMMORPG? Obviously, a dive type
DMMORPG.
game isn't something that exists in the real world. Yet, the dive aspect consists of a connection from the console to the brain through a neural nano interface. Consider
Oh
this the
shit.
gear that allows the players to enter the game and experience this virtual world as real life. with the exception of smell and taste.
Kind of like
Not to
VR,
mention
right?
that the sense of touch was also highly limited in order to allow players to distinguish themselves from the real world. In addition to the limitations to the senses, any DMMORPG also had to abide by strict rules that forbid adult-rated actions such as the inappropriate touching of other players. It was for
Oh,
this reason that players were kept under close watch so that in the case that these actions did occur, the accused player's account could be deleted immediately. It was
kind of like
actually these
banned.
restrictions that had allowed Ainz to distinguish Yggdrasil from the New World. By fondling a
Oh
bear,
yeah, in the first episode. So that's what he was looking for when he was fondling her. Yo.
recounting his senses, and taking into account that it was highly illegal to make a player unable to log out of the game, he was able to quickly determine that he was not playing Yggdrasil anymore. The game itself, however, was created in the year 2126 as an open-world exploration game where knowledge was key. Nothing other than the controls were made known to the player. This had put a very high value towards new information regarding the game. New classes, items, and locations were always found, but almost never intentionally shared publicly so as to not give other players the advantage.
Hmm.
To put into perspective how massive this game actually was, in the game's 12-year lifespan, only 30% of the game's 9 worlds were mapped. And
Oh
if you're
shit.
familiar with Norse mythology, then you'd know the game's 9 worlds were mapped.
Was it kind of like Genshin Impact? Every update we get new. I mean, a certain part of the map gets unlocked. Kind of like that, but in virtual reality, maybe.
And if you're familiar with Norse mythology, then you'd know exactly what 9 worlds I'm referring to.
Oh yeah,
Yggdrasil is named after the world tree that acts as the center of the universe to bridge the 9 realms of Norse mythology
Elfheim,
together.
Jotunheim. Yeah,
Unlike the new God of War, which only showcases the 9 realms, in
I
Yggdrasil,
wanna
you
play
can
God
actually
of
travel
War.
into each and any of them, from Asgard and Midgard all the way to Alfheim and Helheim. Each of them were said to be approximately 3 times the size of Tokyo, which, if we
Oh
do some
shit.
quick maths, that's about 6,600 square kilometers, which is about the size of Delaware or Prince Edward Island. It's just really big. So you could see how it would be difficult for all these players to fully discover every nook and cranny that's in a game that has the combined size of Ireland. Not to
Hmm.
mention that the more you travel from the center of the world, the harder the areas become to traverse. Higher level monsters and enemies become more prominent, landscapes require specific equipment to travel across, and you wouldn't even try to enter a dungeon unless you were fully prepared with a solid strategy but also ready to die, because odds are you weren't completing that on your first attempt. Not
Yep.
only were the worlds massive though, the designs of them were also very intricate, with each being vastly different from the other while still staying true to their roots in Norse mythology. Unlike No
Hmm.
Man's Sky, where diversity was pretty much
I
non-existent,
don't know what that
there
is.
were multiple layers that added to the experience. It wasn't just
12 years for 30% mapping. I didn't know that. Oh, you did?
a simple what you see is what you get type deal. There were areas that would only reveal themselves under certain weather conditions or times of day. The
Hmm.
number of secrets that could be hidden within any given area could have been endless. That's why
It's a lot like Genshin Impact actually. There are certain quests you cannot do during the daytime. You have to edit the clock and make it night for a certain task to be done in Genshin Impact
when
as well.
someone or some guild would come across one of those secrets by chance, they couldn't just very well give out that information for free. Who knows what hidden loot they would be able to find to make their characters and equipment stronger. Now, before I wander off into a whole nother conversation about high tier loot and where to find them,
Hmm.
I think I should get into the mechanics that make up the player characters first. When starting Yggdrasil, you get to only make one character, so you'd have
Oh.
only one chance to put together the right
I mean, yeah, they can only make one character, but they can have NPCs, right?
combination of race and classes to get the skills that you like. Creating the ideal build was no easy task. It required a lot of testing. People would try to min-max, which is the concept of leveling only the aspects of your character you wanted to specialize in, and lowering all others. This resulted in characters being distinguished either as those with balanced ability distribution, or as those with heavy specialization. Each had their own
In
perks and downsides.
single or few
But
stacks,
whether
right?
you were a specialized character, or a player that just wanted
When are we gonna see these people in action or something, or even in the story? We only got one episode of this girl and this dude, and then after that, no mention of them. I mean, they are mentioned here and there, but
to have a level in 100 different classes, it all came down to what race and class you decided to level up. As I'm sure you already know, the max level one can reach in the game is 100,
100.
and for each level that you gain, you can distribute it into either a racial class or a job class. Leveling was
Oh,
done by either killing monsters or other players, which in turn
racial
gave
class and job
experience
class.
points that added to a total which made up your level. Typical RPG stuff. You could also lose levels by dying, but we'll get more into that mechanic later. What's important to know right now are how the races and job classes work. So let's start with the less complicated racial classes, consisting of 3 main types that then diverge into over 700 subclasses.
Human,
The first of the 3 are
monster,
humanoid, which of course
humanoid.
consists of humans, then other human-like races such as dwarves and elves.
Okay.
This race was unique because racial levels weren't applied to them, allowing for all 100 level points to be distributed into the job classes. This made it easier to learn more powerful skills, giving the humanoids a lot of potential to become very strong.
Well, in the
Demi-human
new
race
world, they
consists
are
of ogres,
trash.
minotaurs, beastmen, and many other mythical creatures typically found in fantasy
Okay.
settings.
What's
Unlike
the
the
third?
humanoids, they can level up their
Dragon?
racial classes and gain racial skills from it. Then there's the heteromorphic race, which
Never
is the
mind.
category that all the members of Ainz's guild fell into. These players can be anything from angels and demons to dragons and zombies. They
Oh,
have the most powerful base stats
so even Ainz is heteromorph. I mean, yeah, he's a fucking skeleton.
and gain the most from their racial level in
Heteromorph.
exchange for limiting the number of levels that they can put into their job classes. Now I know what you're thinking. As cool as it would be to walk around as a brain eater that looks like the incarnation of Cthulhu, you may be surprised to know that the heteromorphic race was the least popular of the 3. One of the reasons
Oh.
attributing to this is that there would be no player kill penalty towards the heteromorphic race. So any human or demi-human could kill a heteromorph anywhere and not be punished for it.
Hey,
Whereas
yo.
PKing a human would
That's
be a
unfair.
penalty. Heteromorphs were also excluded from certain classes and cities within the game. So does
Then
that
what was
classify
the-
as racism? I'm pretty sure it does, right? The game really did make it hard for
seems like
heteromorphs
it.
to get by, especially when they make skills that can only be gained through mass murdering a bunch of heteromorphs. I mean, I get that they're
Oh,
only one step away
shit.
from being monsters, but god damn, I don't think the devs had to make it so that the entire non-heteromorphic
Straight up racism or something. But then why did the player choose that heteromorph class? If there's these, I'm guessing the benefits were
population of the game would actually
much
treat
better
them as
than the
monsters. I guess they were going for that hyper-realism. Now let's
disadvantages.
move on to what's considered to be the most fundamental element of Yggdrasil customization. It was possible for every character in the game to have a unique build because of the infinite possibilities that came from having over 2,000 unique job classes. What's rolling across the screen right now is just a select few examples.
Academic wizard, archer, oh, okay. So job class. So that just what profession
But
you are
can
gonna go?
essentially pick and choose from these in any combination as long as you put a level into it. Meaning, as I said, it's technically possible to have a character that has 100 level 1 classes, but that would also affect
Oh.
the tier level of magic that you are capable of using.
So if you want 2 job classes, then you are gonna have to split the levels between the two. You cannot full max both the levels, I guess, or job classes.
Which I'll get to in the next video. It was often better to go for an optimized build of 5 to 7 classes consisting of base, high, and rare types. The base type was allowed a maximum of 15 levels to be placed into it, high allowed 10, and rare allowed 5. Every time that a class was leveled up, 3 spells would become available to choose from an extensive list relating to that class. That allowed for a combined total of 300 spells at a player's disposal once they've reached the max level of 100. Classes could be anything from combat-focused holy knights and paladins to more magic-focused clerics and druids. You could even be a chef or an insect master. There also exists focused clerics and druids. You could even be a chef or
Urialpha is chef? Really? Never saw her cook. I mean, isn't Pestonia the chef?
an insect master. There also exists special hidden classes that are unique to specific builds like Ainz's Eclipse. It's really all
Eclipse.
dependent on how your base build is set up and how you want your character to function in the game. Then, as you level up your desired races and job classes, you'd be able to learn more spells that grant new moves and earn skill points that increase stats. The number of skill points earned to boost a player's stats are dependent on your race. Humanoids would only earn 1, demi-humans earn 2, and heteromorphs earn 3, giving them the highest stats and making their skills and abilities.
That's why
significantly
people choose
stronger.
heteromorph. If it was me, I will go for the typical glass cannon. Glass cannon, you're gonna. I don't know about that one. I mean, I would go for a more balanced kind of build.
Build compared
'Cause-
to a human or a demi-human. So does this all make
All
sense to
you'll
you?
have is
Because
the
I'm
attack
not
power
entirely sure if
instead
I'm
of,
presenting this in a
and
clear
you'll
way
just
as
get
well.
one-shotted by anyone.
I really do hope this all makes
Probably.
sense, because the amount of detail that was put into crafting this game that isn't even the world that the story takes place in is astonishing. I haven't even touched the guilds, items, combat, tier magic, and a whole lot of other different things related to this
Hmm.
game. So please, let me know if you're getting what I'm saying. But that's all I'm going to cover for now, so don't
I
forget to let
am
me know in the
getting what you're
comments if I
saying.
got anything wrong so that I can make corrections in future videos. Also, a huge thanks to the team in the Discord for helping me out with the research for this video. Especially Mushrooms, because he
Alright,
literally
now you know what? Tier magic. Tier magic. Let's see. Items and tiers we have seen already, right? We have not seen this one.
We're nearing the start of Overlord Season 3, so I think it's time to start ramping up the amount of Overlord content I put out. Last episode, I talked a bit about I think it's time
First visual from season 3. Oh shit. These are the fucking. What did they call. Did he call him? Baby goats. Fucking. They stormed the entire Estes Kingdom army. Oh shit, it's raining hard outside. Power might get cut.
to start ramping up the amount of
If the
Overlord content.
stream suddenly ends,
Last episode, I talked a bit about
you
the
know
history of
that the
Yggdrasil's
power
game,
is cut
the world
off.
itself, as well as almost
It's
everything
raining very
about
hard.
how characters were created and customized. This time, we're going to take a closer look at the leveling and the comprehensive magic system. I know, it's only 2 components of the game, but trust me, there's enough
Perfecting the dodge, block, and parry just like I do for Dark Souls. Oh, but you are eventually gonna get hit once or twice. What will you do then if you take a lot of damage from just one or two attacks? Hmm. So Heinz gave 15 levels to his racial level. I mean racial class, skeleton mage. 10 to elder lich. So that's a racial class. Overlord 5. So that makes it 30. And then job level. He chose necromancer, ruler of death. Only this two. That still makes 50. What about the other 50? 25, 30, 50. Learning curve until mastery. Oh, those are just 50 levels. Where's the other 50 levels gone to? Oh shit, screen stop.
that hard to come by. That's because when you died, the penalty was a loss of 5 levels, regardless of what level you were. So if you were less than level 5 and died, then your character would literally be erased from existence and you would just disappear from the game. Now, this wasn't meant to be punishment for being trash at the game or anything like that. Gaining those levels back were actually quite easy since experience points could be found pretty much anywhere and everywhere.
Hmm.
No, dying was more of a system that allowed players to rework their characters with different class and racial builds so that they could continuously test to find the one that
I
was best
missed a
suited to
lot
them.
of
The
those
developers were even noted for
information.
saying that they didn't want their players to have a
1
group of
second, guys. I'm
computers,
gonna
whereas
rewind.
in the other game, you level up by. But as you already know, a player of Yggdrasil has
Yeah, I was talking about when the screen got stuck. I was talking about this. He has total of 50 levels. 30 in racial level and 20 in job level. Where did
Of the new
the
world and the way
other
that the
levels
game
go?
functions. But as you already know,
That just amounts to 50 level. So where are the other 50? Racial level, job level, total 40 level, total 60 levels. Hmm. Man, I
a
don't
player
know.
of Yggdrasil has both racial and class levels that make up their total level that maxes out at 100. And just like in any other game, you level up by gaining experience.
Hmm.
But also, unlike many other games of this kind, levels gained were neither permanent nor even
Leaving it for speculation.
that hard
Oh.
to come by. That's because when you died, the penalty was a loss of 5 levels, regardless of what level you were. So if you were less than level 5 and died, then your character would literally be erased from existence and you would
Oh
just disappear.
shit. So if you're level 4, you are just done. You have to start from scratch. That's hard. Um so if you die at level 100, you are still only gonna lose 5 levels.
From the game. Now, this wasn't meant to be a
Supposedly.
punishment for being trash at the game or anything like that. Gaining those levels back were actually quite easy since experience points could be found pretty much anywhere and everywhere. No,
But
dying
not
was
in the
more of
new
a
world.
system that allowed players to rework their
You can't get XP easily in the new world, right?
characters with different class and racial builds so that they could continuously test to find the one that was best suited to them. The developers were even noted for saying that they didn't want their players to have a greater fear of losing levels over exploring the vast world that they had created. Though
Makes sense.
losing levels wasn't something to worry about, dropping a random piece of equipment upon death most definitely was. But we can talk about items on a later date. Once a character reaches the max level of 100, they're still allowed to gain experience points, but only enough to get you to 99.99% of the way to level 101. This was because certain skills
Level
only allowed
101.
we can talk about items on a later date. Once a character reaches the max level of 100, they're still allowed to gain experience points, but only enough to get you to 99.99% of the way to level 101.
Oh,
This
it
was
just
because
stops
certain
there.
skills and
So,
abilities required experience points to be activated or cast. So there was always a pool of experience available for the players to draw from without having to worry about
okay, so it's still 100, level 100, but you're allowed to get experience points. I mean, store some experience points, extra experience points.
reducing their level below 100. Another aspect of Yggdrasil that went hand in hand with the levels was the skill points. As I mentioned last episode, depending on the race of the character you were, determined the number of skill points that were gained with each level. And
Heteromorph
each
at
skill
3.
point gained allowed for more skills to be learned and then buffed in terms of strength. Now let's move on to the magic. I love looking into a tier system like this because it's a good scale to show just how strong everyone from Nazarick is in comparison to the rest of the New World. In the
Yep.
universe of Overlord, there exists two types of magic. There's the tier magic, which is used by both the players of Yggdrasil and the inhabitants of the New World. Then
Oh,
there's the wild magic, which is the only magic that
wild
existed
magic.
in the New World up until some certain events that are too spoiler-filled to talk about.
Oh, don't talk about it then. The fuck?
That existed
Wild magic. That's new. So,
in the New World up until some certain events that are too spoiler-filled to talk about.
okay,
For
never
now,
mind.
we're just
We
going to
don't get
focus
to know
on tier
anything about
magic
it.
because that's what was used in the game. Players were
So, I remember about tier magic, there are 10 tiers, then there's super tier about that.
able to choose from
Right.
a massive collection of over 6,000
And in the new
spells to
world,
add to their belt. These were
tier
divided
5 is
into
the
four
highest.
main categories, which were then further divided into an ever-branching tree of types, which were then classified into 10 tiers, and an extra super tier that doesn't even get a number because they're so OP they actually break the balance of the game. Well, I made that part up, but still, they're pretty OP. So the first of the four categories are arcane. This would be the magic used by sorcerers or elementalists to cast spells like lightning or fireball. Then there's divine magic, which are used by clerics or priests to heal or buff allies. Third is the spiritual magic from shamans or talisman users to cast more abstract or psychic spells. Then
What about
everyone else
Antoma's
falls into
magic?
the alternative fourth category. Pretty much spells from any other class like paladins, cursed knights, or bards. A good way to think about it is if you play Hearthstone, then mage spells are arcane, druid and priest spells are divine, and
I
shaman
haven't
spells
played
are spiritual.
anything like
Then
that.
warlock, rogue, paladin, and warrior would all just be alternative. Hopefully that helps you wrap your head around how they're categorized. If we get into the tiers now, this kind of seeps into the New World a little bit, but it's really good for giving a perspective on where everyone stands on the power scale. So starting from the bottom we have the first tier. Obviously it's the starting point for every Yggdrasil player, but in the new world, some people aren't even here and have to be classified in a 0 tier. That aside though, tier 1 is where most practical spells can be learned, but nothing that can really help you win in an offensive fight. The
Yeah,
second tier is a bit more rare. It's indicative of a bit more talent because you can use a spell like Shockwave. If you've dedicated yourself to
this
being
dude was um scared of Ainz using a literally a what tier magic was that? Oh no, not this dude.
caster in the new world, then this is
Who
where
was
you
that?
want to be. Third tier brings
Khajiit.
us to the level of flight and lightning magic. Both strong defensive and offensive magic spells are cast from this tier. Well, strong from the
Okay.
perspective of the new world. Anyway, this is where you'll find what most platinum ranked adventurers are capable of. Fourth tier consists of even stronger arcane spells and is where orichalcum adventurers sit. Then the fifth and sixth tier are considered the highest tier of magic that humans are capable of using.
Didn't Khaji say fifth tier is the highest humans can use? If I remember correct. To Naviral, didn't he said that there's no human who can use magic above the fifth tier?
Seventh tier gets to the level of magic that the Guardians like to use. We've seen Demiurgus use the 7th tier magic Hellfire Wall, and Nabe use Chain Dragon Lightning alongside Greater Teleportation.
Hmm.
It is only through the combined efforts of highly skilled magic casters in the New World that they are able to produce makeshift 7th tier spells. The 8th, 9th, and 10th are just considered God mode, not even thought to
God
exist in the
mode.
New World. But as we
I
saw
mean,
in
yeah,
the fight between Shaltir and Ainz, the majority of spells used there were 10th tier ones. And finally, we have the unofficial 11th tier, or more formally known as the
super tier.
tier. A player first, or formerly known as the
That was funny, dude.
tier.
You're
A
already
player
dead.
first learns a super tier spell after level 70. And for each level gained after level 70, they can learn one more for a maximum of 30 in their build.
I doubt there's any level 70 character in the new world. Maybe the. Oh no. Maybe that girl from season 2, episode 1. And the dragon. The collar chain that Ainz was wearing in the fight with the walkers is an item that increased the XP gain in exchange for stat decrease, if you remember. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Season 2, episode. Season 3, episode 9? Yeah, I did ask them. I did ask why the Lizardman and Ainz as well were wearing those collar chains. Some of you told me in the comments that it was to gain XP. Um, in exchange for a stat decrease. I mean, yeah, if you are level 100, you get some stat decrease of what? How much stat decrease we are talking about? Not a lot, I guess. If it's a lot, then it's a problem. But Ainz destroyed them even with the chain on him. So I'm guessing it was not a lot of stat decrease
Though they act more like skills rather than spells because
because he wanted to see if he can hit level 101. Oh, okay.
instead of consuming MP, it simply has a massive cooldown. At first, you could only use them once per day, but that can then be reduced with a bit of leveling. Once at the
Hmm.
max level, that once per day limit can then be decreased to a minimum of 4 times a day. As you'd expect, casting these types of spells takes a fair bit of time as well, so much so that if you're in a party, the rest of your party members would have to dedicate themselves to protect you while you finish casting it. This is
Hmm.
because if you were to take a certain amount of damage while casting, which is already a vulnerable state to begin with, the spell would be cancelled altogether.
That's why he used that cash up item in the fight against Shell tier, right? That hourglass thing.
Not only that though, once one super tier spell has been cast in a party, the entire party has to wait for the cooldown to be finished in order for another super tier spell to be cast. This
Oh,
was in order to prevent players from just spamming their ultimate moves one after the other during PvP fights.
sure.
Super tier spells were meant to be game changers, so there needed to be a lot of strategy in place when deciding to use one. But how are these spells, both super and regular alike, actually cast though? Well, they actually went pretty in depth as to how the mechanics of magic casting would work in a DMMORPG. It
Hmm.
starts with first learning the magic, which wasn't as simple as just putting a skill point into it. There was a set list of prerequisites that needed to be met in order for certain magic to be learned. Things like being a certain class, participating in special events, and using specific items all led to the unlocking of certain magic. Then, just like with any skill tree, there needed to be a base of magic spells that were first learned in order for you to be able to learn others. Once you
Okay.
have your spells learned, your console has hotkeys that range from 1 to 10 that let you choose the tier of magic that you want to use. Those keys can also be customized and arranged in any order, which is what Ainz did to allow himself to memorize the key inputs to cast all 718 of his spells. Once this spell is
700.
selected,
Oh
the
yeah,
icon will
y'all
appear in
mentioned
front of you, which you
something
would
around
then
those lines.
select in order to start the casting. While casting, you can now apply your meta magic enhancements, or more simply spell buffs, to further modify the spell that you're using. We'll talk
That
more
is
specifically about those in a
insane
second.
though. 718 spells. And he knows them all? That is insane from Ainz though.
So, once the cast has started, something called an arcane eye would appear in front of the caster. This basically acts as a smart cast system.
Hmm?
It shows just how far and how wide that your spell will hit, and you can aim
Oh.
it by using your right hand to adjust the direction and your left hand to adjust the range. It seems to not have been as simple as just point and click, but required a bit of coordination, especially if it was a skill shot type spell. What defined a great magic caster in the game though was their ability to just shit out as many effective spells as possible. Since your arsenal could have up to 480 hotkeyed spells, then understanding how to activate each of them and what each of them did was essential to bringing out the most of your kit. It's interesting that as a magic caster, your actual ability to retain knowledge played a heavy component in how skilled you were, whereas with a
That is
warrior,
insane though.
actual reflexes would
Your
determine
memory
your
has to
skill,
be.
which is pretty cool
And
to see
reflexes,
how the game
yeah.
takes into account real-world qualities. As for how many times that you can use your spells in one go, it was all dependent on your mana points. The base amount of MP that you had was your level times 10, but as we saw in Ainz's stat card, he definitely has more than the 3000 base.
His MP is going out the fucking bar.
According to the web novel, the type of tier
It's
magic you
exceeded
use
even the
determines
max
amount of
value.
MP you spend with each cast. So say you had 10 MP, then you could either use a first tier spell 10 times, or just use a 10th tier spell once. But I'm sure there were also spells that used more MP than just what they were classified as in their tier list. Anyway, once your MP was depleted, there was no way to recover them other than by waiting the 6 hours needed to fully restore them, or you could probably reduce this time by buffing your MP regeneration stats. Either
Okay.
way, it still wouldn't be the best idea to spam out spells until you have no mana left. Now, the last component of magic are the meta magic enhancements. These can be applied to each of your spells as you cast them. I'm sure you're actually already familiar with most of them without even realizing it. Most of the spells that Ainz uses in the anime have had a buff applied to them in the form of these enhancements.
Yep.
So, a few of the familiar
We saw that in
ones
Shell
are
Tier
Maximize
fight.
Magic, which increases the attack power of a spell. Twin and
Twin
Triple Magic,
Maximize.
which
Yeah, I
basically
remember
spells
these.
twice or 3 times in parallel with each other. Widen Magic, which increases the range of a spell. Silent Magic, which eliminates the need to recite it. Widen Magic.
Widen Magic. I think he used this one with Cry of the Banshee spell, right? In the Shelter fight. First he used Widen Magic, then he used Cry of the Banshee. Maybe.
Magic, which increases the range of a spell. Silent Magic, which eliminates the need to recite it. Penetrate
Oh.
Magic, which increases the potency of your attack to make it more likely to strike through defenses. Boost Magic, which upgrades the spell to the next tier. Delay Magic, that adds a delay to the release of a spell.
Delay Magic. He used that against what's his name? Gazef, right? If I remember correct, he used Delay Magic, true that. When he stopped time against Gazef.
After it's finished casting.
Hey yo, these been used quite a lot in the story. I remember them.
Extend Magic, that increases the duration of a spell. And finally, Over Magic, that allows the caster to use a spell a tier higher than what they're normally capable of. These are just the most general ones, but there's also a spell a tier higher than what they're normally capable of.
Over Magic. Can this be used with a super tier spell?
These are just the most general ones, but there's also more situational ones that are more tailored to class and race specific buffs and debuffs. So yeah, that's the magic of Yggdrasil in a nutshell. I could go into even
That
more
was an
detail
interesting video.
about the new world, but that's
I
something
learned a
I'll
few
cover later.
things.
Obviously, there's a need for a part 3 for this one, and I believe that
Because you can't use magic while time is stopped. unless it's delayed. I see.
That should be the final one explaining this vast game world.
So after this, items and tiers we have already watched, right? World class items we have watched. Oriole Omega. Let's watch her.
Did
We
you
all share some of the comments in one of the videos where she was mentioned. Some of the comments said that she's the strongest Pleiades made, and something around those lines.
Did you know, in Nazarick, there exists an elusive seventh member of the Pleiades? A
Yep.
young girl who, if you've only ever watched
When Sebas was removed from the as the head of the Pleiades made, when he decided to go with Tuare. I mean, not go with Tuare, but he picked Tuare instead of whatever. But yeah, when he was removed as the leader of the Pleiades mates, Yuri Alpha took command, and one more member was added, right? So she was on the bench this whole time.
the anime, you probably weren't even aware of outside of the brief mentions in our previous videos. So today, we're gonna talk about that young girl, that mysterious seventh sister, the final member of the Pleiades, Oriole Omega. It's understandable that you don't know who she is. After all, the brief clues and mentions of her have been cut almost entirely from the anime.
Hmm.
Hell, even the light novel readers may not have been paying close enough attention to connect all the dots. But there are definitely plenty of scenes, clues, and references to piece together a decent amount of detail here.
Let's see then.
But before I get started, I wanted to let you guys know that we have launched a brand new merch design. One
Okay.
the 80s. Omega is out with the links in the description. Now,
Oh, I need that Narwhal one. The Cube. Is that Albedo's?
then feel free to check those out.
Maybe I'm
with the
gonna
links
buy
in the
one or
description.
something.
Now, let's begin. Oriole Omega is the youngest and arguably most powerful member of the Pleiades.
That's what I was
She's
told
a
in the
human
comments.
girl and one of the few non-heteromorphic
Human.
races. That being said, she's actually immortal, meaning she doesn't age. And so denizens of Nazareth
Immortal. So okay, so she doesn't age, but she can be killed though, right?
typically don't consider her as an actual
Or
human.
is she
Well,
literally
it's
immortal?
because the majority of them despise humans and are resistant to the idea of them being allowed into Nazarick. Those that are aware of Oriole Omega's existence, such as her sisters or Albedo, will often correct themselves and point out that while they do hate most humans, Oriole Omega is a notable exception.
Hmm.
So yeah, she's a character that's never appeared in the anime. But what's even more interesting is, in the novels, she's actually never appeared directly in any scene. I mean,
Even in the
Alpha did have
novels.
a brief conversation with her via the message spell in one of the side stories. Though Alpha did have a brief conversation with her via the message spell in one of the
Hey yo, Yuri.
side
I
stories.
see you.
Though that's really all there is. That said, other characters have made offhanded comments about her, which has helped to illuminate certain aspects of her personality and appearance. She's said to have the image of a Miko, meaning shrine maiden or priestess.
Shrine
she wears
maiden.
a white kimono-esque jacket called a haori, and a pair of red trousers called a hakama. Traditionally speaking, Miko were seen as shaman and spiritualists, who would communicate with and or exorcise spirits. A modern-day Miko can be found attending to shrines, assisting in hosting cultural festivals, and participating
Okay.
in ceremonial dances. It's a position that's deeply rooted in the Japanese religion of Shintoism, a polytheistic one wherein the spiritual realm coexists with the physical world, and kami, meaning divine spirits, manifest
yo.
themselves coexists with the physical
This
world,
woman riding a
and
fucking
kami, meaning divine spirits,
lion? Oh yo, what the fuck is that outfit?
manifest themselves in the natural world as rocks, trees, rivers, animals, places, and even people. There are said to be millions of different spirits, and every single one of them are personified, given a name, ascribed a personality, and even have relationships and interactions with other kami or spirits.
What is this from?
It's these personified kami and yokai that often become the subject of Japanese entertainment media, as I'm sure you've already noticed with anime like Noragami or Uchoten Kazoku. As I'm
don't
sure you've already
know.
noticed with anime like Noragami or Uchoten
Nora. I don't know.
As for Oriole Omega's
I guess I'm not gonna
personality,
get a few
she's
of these
actually kind
things.
of nice. More specifically, she's been described as sensible,
Noragami. Alright,
down to
Noragami.
earth, and rational, as well as gentle with an adorable smile and a cute laugh. Based on these descriptions and the Japanese shrine maiden trope,
There's that
her
girl.
character seems to be that of a Yamato Nadeshiko, the ideal woman. One that's gentle and supportive, but also competent and reliable.
And she's in
As
Nazareth.
much as I'd like to talk about her creator's
No
motivation
freaking
for
way.
designing her this way, that person's identity is even more mysterious than she is. So it's a bit difficult to speculate on what kind of influences her creator may have had with regards to any of this. As for her name though, as usual with Overlord characters, it has plenty of symbolic significance. Strictly speaking, Oriole is the word for the ring of golden light found in many images of Christian saints. It's
Okay.
the holy glow that surrounds their entire body, effectively symbolizing that their personage has been touched by the divine, though it can also
Really?
be used as a synonym for the halo around their heads. The word can also be used as a synonym for the halo around their heads.
Does she look like a fucking angel or something? Farhan Naik, welcome. Welcome to the stream.
The word can also be used to describe the glow surrounding bright light sources, such as the sun, though I'm sure the former definition is much more applicable to Oriole Omega's character. So, though she's more connected to Western religions rather than Eastern ones, it may serve to reinforce Oriole's connection to the spiritual as a Miko priestess, as if to imply
Okay.
that she's blessed with divine powers. Maybe it's even to evoke the sun as symbolic of her warm and radiant personality, or, quite possibly, both.
She is
Omega,
a
on the
high
other hand,
human.
is the final letter
Okay.
of the Greek alphabet, marking her as the final. Omega, on the other hand, is the final letter of the Greek alphabet.
Hmm. I mean, all the Pleiades maids are named after these Greek alphabet, right? Oriel is the only human in Nazareth. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, uh, Tuare is now a human and she is in Nazareth. But you're right. Immortal human to be specific. Yeah, they mentioned it. Her being immortal.
Marking her as the final, and therefore youngest, sister of the Pleiades, each of whom also have a Greek letter, which, if you didn't know, corresponds to their age. Alpha being first, Beta second, Gamma third,
What the fuck are
Epsilon
these
fourth,
arts?
Delta fifth, and Zeta being
Are
first,
these
Beta
real
second,
or these are
Gamma
just
third,
fan arts?
Epsilon fourth, Delta fifth, and Zeta sixth. So, as the youngest and most secretive member of the Pleiades, what exactly does she do? Well, within Nazareth, Oriole Omega is the area guardian of the Cherry Blossom Sanctuary.
Cherry
Now, knowing the
blossom.
roots of her name and appearance, it makes sense that she would inhabit a traditional Japanese Shinto shrine,
Hmm.
one that's surrounded by cherry blossoms, or more commonly known as sakura trees. They're the type that blooms in spring, and it's a popular Japanese pastime to visit shrines surrounded by such trees, in order to properly enjoy the scenery and the atmosphere. Unsurprisingly, the Cherry Blossom Sanctuary is also filled with various Yggdrasil monsters designed after mythological Japanese kami and yokai, and they
Oh
serve to
shit,
act
that
as
would be
Oriole
cool.
Omega's attendants and
Are we
guardians,
gonna ever see her?
two of which are mentioned specifically.
I mean, even the novels reading guys have not seen her.
There's Uka no
Right?
Mitama, literally translating to the rice in storehouses, and then Otoshi, meaning New Year. They're a pairing of brother and sister in Shinto mythology, and are believed to be the kami of food, grains, agriculture, and harvest.
Hmm.
They're often associated with Inari Okami, the kami of foxes, agriculture, and prosperity, and one of the principal deities in Shintoism. Now, as individual creatures of Yggdrasil, Uka no Mitama is a level 85 monster that takes the appearance of a young woman in a fox mask, and she's adept at psychic magic and mental attacks.
Here we go.
She also has a
Furries.
bestial form that sacrifices her spellcasting capabilities in exchange for greater physical power. I suspect it to be something reminiscent of a gigantic fox creature.
What was its name? Naruto's fox, right? I forgot. She has only been mentioned in the novel. Okay, so y'all even don't know how she looks or what she does.
As for Otoshi, his appearance is that of a young man in a sun motif mask. His abilities
Same as
are likely
Rubedo.
related to his
Hmm.
mythological counterpart.
Rubedo blew my mind. I didn't know that there would be someone stronger than the fucking players. Then y'all mentioned Rubedo. Then I saw any news video about Rubedo. It blew my mind. And they're keeping her hidden like that. Didn't even mention once in the anime. I mean, they did mention it, Did they mention Ruby though? I don't know. But holy shit.
Implement his older sister's psychic attacks and bestial transformation. As of now, we know that there are multiple Ukonomitamas serving under Oreo, as well as at least one Otoshi, if not more, that act as servants and guards. As for the Cherry Blossom Sanctuary itself, it's actually located on the 8th floor of Nazarick. Little is known about the rest of the floor's makeup or characteristics, except that it is Nazarick's final defensive line in the case of an invasion, as well as the home of its
Yep.
most powerful guards. If you're wondering why, it's because many members of the guild Ainz Ulgon were power gamers, min-maxers, and strategists, and they
Yep.
were really good at finding broken combinations of abilities that were borderline exploits. For the 8th floor,
Exploits.
it's theorized that they basically put their heads together and came up with the most broken combos they could think of, piling them all
Oh.
together on a single floor. Victim is the floor guardian, and he has a selection of abilities or skills that
Oh yeah, victim. I know that when he dies, he buffs his allies and debuffs his enemies. If I remember correct. In my own mind, I think of Rubedo being on the same level as a world enemy. World enemy. Janice11, welcome to the stream.
allow him to sacrifice his own life in exchange for an extremely useful effect. It's theorized as a massive buff for allies or a debuff for enemies. This
Oh, it's
It's theorized as a massive buff for allies or a debuff for enemies.
okay. So it's not and, it's or. Either you get the buff or you get the debuff for enemies. Not both at the same time.
This, in combination with Rubedo, who is believed to be uncharacteristically powerful as a result of having been created via the use of a world item, as well as the other powerful monsters on the floor, possibly even including Oriel Omega herself, the guild was once able to fend off the invasion of an 8-guild alliance. So yeah,
Holy
the 8th floor is
shit! 1v8?
pretty stacked. But shifting our focus back to Oriel herself now, she has 3 main responsibilities as a denizen of Nazarick. First, she is the leader of the Pleiades' 7 sisters, of which normally shifting our focus back to Oriel herself now. She has 3 main responsibilities as a denizen of Nazarick. First, she is the leader of the Pleiades' 7 sisters.
She's the leader? Wasn't Sabas the leader? Then Yuri Alpha took over. How is she the leader? Yeah, and to make victim cheap to revive, he is low level 30 to 40. Yo, they're playing fucking chess.
Of which normally Sibas would be in command.
Okay,
who
never
is
mind.
then known as the Pleiades 6 stars. But
Huh.
if Sibas is unable to lead, Oriel Omega's guidance is then needed, or the Pleiades are then required to assist Oriel in one of her other responsibilities.
I remember Ainz making Yuri the leader though.
Either way, the Pleiades can be assigned to follow her command instead.
This 8 guild alliance was a group of 1500 players and mercenary NPCs. Holy shit. And they got wrecked?
This could very well have been nothing more than a random fact written in her bio somewhere. I mean, initially, when everything was just a game in Yggdrasil, Oriel Omega was just an NPC sitting around on the 8th floor. The guild members had no real way of getting the Pleiades, a bunch of mindless NPCs who were only capable of following basic movement instructions or AI scripts, to actually follow her command. The best that they could
They got
probably
wiped
do
at
was
8th floor.
drag the Pleiades
Holy
all
shit.
the way down to the 8th floor, or drag Oriel Omega all the way up to the 10th floor, and then have them
I think I missed something.
only capable of following basic movement instructions or AI scripts
Okay.
to actually follow her command. The best that they could probably do was drag the Pleiades all the way down to the 8th floor, or drag Oriel Omega all the way up to the 10th floor, and then have them stand next to each other so that they were able to fight enemies together. Still though, the guild members did enjoy opportunities to roleplay. Perhaps their true intent was to have Oriel Omega be the leader of the Pleiades, with Sibas just as her second in command. But instead, they decided against it and agreed that her powers were better utilized protecting the 8th floor. Or perhaps the person that created her also created the Cherry Blossom Sanctuary, kind of like their own little private pet project, and they simply declared somewhere in her bio that she was a Pleiades too, as well as included the minor detail that she could act as their alternate leader, but without consulting or asking for permission from the creators of the other members. Who knows?
Oh,
Oriel's second
without
major
consulting?
responsibility is to monitor the teleportation network of Nazarick and intercept any enemies. Normally, teleportation spells into, through, or out of Nazarick are blocked by various spells that prevent anyone without a Ring of Ainz Gon from doing so. And the ring itself also has the appropriate teleportation magic to allow even the non-spellcasting guild members to quickly and efficiently move through Nazarick. After all, it's
We have
formed
explained
from
this in
practically miniature dimensions in and of themselves, spanning miles in some cases, and so efficient traversal would be really important to the guild members. As a matter of fact, going from one floor to another might actually require some kind of interdimensional teleportation, almost as if the floors were separate level instances, and traversing between one
or maybe
and
they are
another
in different
require a loading
dimensions.
screen. This is part of the reason why Ainz gives many of the Guardians the rings back, and why he also orders the Guardians to not take the rings with them outside of Nazarick. For them to
Yep.
accidentally fall into the wrong hands would allow a backdoor into almost any location in Nazarick, including even the treasury, bypassing any defenses in the process. Those without a ring who attempted to teleport into Nazarick would be blocked, or even worse, they could have their destination redirected into a particularly dangerous powerful trap or ambush.
Yep.
Of course,
Fucking foresight and
ostensibly,
all.
you could make traversing Nazarick impossible without these rings, blocking any transportation using defensive spells, and sealing up the major connections between floors to prevent traversal.
These people
But
got the
developers
short end of the
also
stick.
wanted to encourage guild versus
They
guild
walked
play.
into a fucking trap.
They didn't want guilds building impenetrable fortresses that could never be invaded. So,
Oh.
in order to prevent this, they developed an advanced algorithm called the Ariadne system. It would
Ariadne.
meticulously map every guild layout submitted to the server, in order to ensure that at least one continuous path existed from the entrance of the guild all the way to its heart, aka the throne room, at all
Oh,
times.
they have to make a
Defeating all
way.
defenders and occupying this location uncontested would grant the invaders ownership over the dungeon.
Yes, as a
putting
joke,
Ainz Gon out in the
shelter
process.
have that
Furthermore,
necrophilia.
there were other restrictions, such as the total length of the path and so on. Any guild base that failed to adhere to these rules would be repeatedly penalized with extremely high fees each day and quickly go bankrupt.
Oh,
So, what did Ainz and the rest do to meet these strict guild layout guidelines? Well, it's actually quite impressive. You see, Nazarick also includes a separate teleportation network, comprised of a series of connected permanent gate spells, and each linked to a
Permanent.
different point of the tomb. It's a network that allows any individual, even those without spellcasting powers, the ability to traverse the entirety of Nazarick on foot, even without
Oh.
a Ring of Ainz Gon. The end result is a complex pathway that leads all the way to the throne room.
I'm
and
guessing
it
there
fits
would be
within the rules
traps and
defined by
shit.
the Ariadne system. But here's where they kind of cheat the system. They also set
Okay.
up the ability for someone, such as a guild member, or now Oriel Omega, to monitor this teleportation network. And when I say monitor,
Can she redirect them somewhere else? Like someone comes through this teleportation and she redirects them to straight up to floor number 8 in front of the fucking players. They get destroyed.
I mean, she can redirect the
Why did I ask? I should just keep
destination
watching.
of any individual who was attempting to use the gate spells. The way it worked is that so long as a single continuous path still existed to the heart of the dungeon, this was okay. For instance, there could be 4 different gates
That's
spread across
smart.
the entirety of the first floor of Nazarick, each of which would normally lead to a specific destination on the second floor. That being said, the guild would be able to have any 3 of them at any given time redirect people into traps or ambushes, so
Yep.
long as the 4th and final one still allowed that normal progression to the second floor. A small group of invaders could potentially be trolled repeatedly, as each gate they attempt to enter could have its
That is
destination
kind of
separate
unfair. They are
unless
cheating.
redirecting them into a continuous non-stop path of traps instead. Even invaders who knew exactly how the scheme worked would still be forced to split into even groups and coordinate over long distances to enter all gates simultaneously. This meant that only one of the groups would make it through, while the rest would be sent back to a previous floor and have their time wasted, or potentially moved to a later floor and cut off from reinforcements. That being said, it's implied that the redirection trap isn't nearly quite as sophisticated as this. It could very well be that there may only be a single destination that Oriel can redirect them all to. So it may
Oh.
only be effective for smaller groups or individuals, and not sufficient
That's
to
what
stop
happened
a
in
large
the
army. It really
these
just depends on
workers
how you
raid on
interpret
Nazarick.
the rather vague wording that the light novel uses. A lot of specifics and details as to the exact
That's just pure
mechanisms are
genius.
lacking.
Yep.
It's also probably against the Ariadne system rules to teleport people into a place that they can't escape from. So ultimately, if they manage to survive whatever trap or ambush that lies in wait for them, they can still press on. It's also implied that the monitoring and redirection capability does not extend to those teleporting using the Ring of Ainz or Gom.
I
After
see.
all, it wouldn't make sense that Ainz would be so paranoid about the rings falling into the wrong hands if the person monitoring the teleportation network could deal with any intruders in the same manner. In any case, a similar scheme to the aforementioned defense is demonstrated repeatedly during the workers' invasion of Nazarick, though
Get
in
the
that scenario,
fucking.
they used teleportation traps instead of gates. Anyway, presumably, the monitoring
What was his name? The fucking slug thing. Neuronist. I don't wanna
spells
see
will allow
him
one to know
ever
what
in
is
my
moving
life.
through what gates, though it's
And
not
pure
clear
evil.
how much
Yeesh.
information Oriel is provided. Various divination spells exist which allow you to know information about an area or foe, such as Detect Life or Detect Magic, both telling if there are any living creatures or active magic spells in a specific area. There are also spells to view statistical information, such as an enemy's HP or MP. I assume advanced divination spells also exist, which can provide more detailed information, such as race, name, stats, equipment, and so on. Or even ones that act as spy
But
cameras
couldn't
in order
you?
to secretly
I
view the
mean,
ring.
Ainz
These are
did fake those information though, right? Against Sheltier. Uh, he gave out false information to her, if I remember correct,
be especially helpful in allowing Oriel to
about his
carefully
MP
examine
and
anyone using the
HP.
teleportation gates. But to summarize everything that we just talked about, as the dedicated monitor of the teleportation network, Oriel Omega is pretty much Nazarick's security guard, or literal gatekeeper, sitting in her little security hub with camera feeds pointing to every gate location in Nazarick.
Holy shit!
Personally, our headcanon is that Oriel Omega sends message spells to anyone approaching the gates of Nazarick, asking them to present their identification or state the purpose of their visit. Sort of like those security guards that you see in movies who man the entrances of a secure base over an intercom.
He cast false data live though. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
In actuality, though, she's fairly quiet and keeps to herself, unless she notices an oddity or an unauthorized user, which is why
Okay,
her
that's it. I
appearances
need.
are so far and few between.
Okay.
Okay,
Bye,
now,
Mohammed.
this may seem like an
Thank you for
important stuff, but I'm
stopping
gonna
by
end
at the
here before
stream.
moving on to her final and most important duty, as well as her build. The reason being that if I go any further, I won't have enough time to get this video out in a timely manner.
Oh,
Hopefully part 2 won't be far behind, and since I'm also
where's the part 2? Is there a part 2? How strong is the Overlord's battlemates? Leader of the battlemates. Is this
last
still talking
episode,
about?
I
Okay, this
introduced
is the part 2. Alright, guys, this is the last one. Then we are gonna go to solo leveling. Or should we go right now? We're gonna watch this later. Tell me in the chat. Totally can. There are spells called false data life and false data mana. Yep, that's what he used against Sheltier. Should we jump to solo leveling or should we watch this one as well? Part 2. Let me know in the chat. Overlord. Okay, one for Overlord. Anyone else? Overlord. Okay, so we're gonna watch this one as well. Then we're gonna go to solo leveling.
her to
Alright.
the mysterious leader of Nazarick's combat maid squad, the
Oh,
youngest
this
yet
one's a
strongest member,
17-minute
who,
video.
when in command,
By the way, I was curious as a Genshin player, did you try Honkai Star Rail? Nope, I just started straight up with Genshin Impact only. I know there's Honkai Impact 1, 2, and 3, but I did not play those. Genshin Impact piqued my interest, so I started playing it. I have quite a lot of characters and well built as well.
leads what's known as the Pleiades Seven Sisters. We discussed both her responsibilities as the area guardian of the charity.
I could stream it, but Genshin Impact is not available for MacBooks. I stream on MacBook. Honkai Star Rail released this Wednesday. Oh, really?
Cherry Blossom
Maybe I would
Sanctuary
try it.
and as the overseer of Nazarik's teleportation network. But there's one final duty that we didn't cover that's even more important than all of her other responsibilities combined. For
And
to
that
fail
is?
at it is to result in a loss so great for Nazarik that even Ainz couldn't overcome it. So let's finish off this character profile with that very duty.
Anime recommend Eminence in Shadow. Eminence in Shadow. I'll check it out.
As well as her build, as we continue to find out everything that there is to know about the Pleiades' seventh sister, Oriole Omega. But first, this video is sponsored by Raptors in the arena for the every skill established just trying. So, what is it that's so important that it completely dwarfs the importance of leading the combat maids and managing the complex teleportation system across the floors of Nazarik?
I don't know, you tell me.
Oriole Omega's final and most important duty is to personally watch over and guard the
Eminence
item
is
known
super
as the
good.
Staff of
Oh.
Ainz Ul Gon.
I'll check it out
This
surely.
may not sound like much, because to you, this just may seem like any other item is to purpose of Nazarik. Well, Oriole Omega's final and most important duty is to personally watch over and guard the item known as the Staff of Ainz Ul Gon.
Yep. I watched in the last stream. We watched one of the anime news videos. He said that if the staff is destroyed, so does the guild as well at the same time. So yeah, you need to protect that fucking staff with your life.
Now, this may not sound like much, because to you, this just may seem like any other item. But this isn't just any item. The Staff of Ainz Ul Gon is what's known as a guild weapon. We've talked about these before in a much older video, but in short, such items have a power that is nearly as strong as world-class items, and
Yep.
greatly exceed those of divine-class weapons, which are known to be the strongest category made normally available to the players. This staff was made specifically for Momonga, as it powers up many of his abilities in addition to providing access to many free spells. It's not just a fancy weapon meant to signify Ainz's authority as the guild master. It holds the entire guild of Ainz Ul Gon together, and allows him to exercise his guild admin functions.
Season
But
1,
all
Episode
that
1.
power doesn't come without a cost. There's a significant risk in having a guild weapon such as this, because should it ever be destroyed, the guild
Yep,
itself will
that's what I
immediately
was
be
talking about.
disbanded. Well, at least that's
Disbanded.
the video game of Yggdrasil. What disbanded truly signifies in the New World is left to interpretation and speculation, though it's not hard to imagine what it would be like for a guild to be disbanded in an MMO. I'd imagine that it's something along the lines of the guild disappears and everyone gets kicked from the member list, which for a video game that you've dedicated countless hours and days
And will they lose the Nazarik place as well?
to would be absolutely devastating, though I can't say I'm surprised, considering that this is the same game that has a world item that lets you permanently delete other players. But what happens to the guild housing, the treasury, and the NPCs?
Yep, that's what I'm.
Does the treasury just disappear or go to someone's inventory? Is ownership over Nazarik lost and reverted back to the state it was in before being conquered? Or does it remain as property of a specific member? Then what happens to the NPC's allegiances? Do they suddenly become no longer loyal to Ainz and only to their creators? Or
That
do
would
they
be
just lose
horrifying.
all sense of obligation completely? It's definitely an interesting prospect to consider. Suffice to say, Ainz definitely does not ever want to find out the hard way what immediately disbanded means.
Oh, we don't know what it means. I mean, yeah, it has never happened. Did it happen to someone else from Yggdrasil? First, someone must reach 10th floor. That is also true.
Well, he only took it out in the first place because the server was going to shut down in a few hours anyway, and it
Oh.
wouldn't really matter. So, despite its powerful combat capabilities, any guild that was stupid enough to carry their guild weapon around with them wouldn't last very long. The smart ones kept it hidden away deep within their guild base, and only took it out when the risk of losing it was warranted. In Ainz's case, he would probably only have ever used it during a last-ditch defense effort of the throne room itself. But ever since he was
Throne room is the
teleported to
10th
New
floor,
York,
right?
he really doesn't have any reason to carry it around unless needing it for one of its specific purposes, such as checking the guild console or exercising his admin rights. As a matter
Oh,
of fact,
when he
those
was
are
reviving.
just about the only reasons he'll ever casually take it out. It's so sacred to the extent that Ainz actually made a replica of it to wield for ceremonial purposes or for when he wants to command his authority. But back to Oriole Omega now. Remember, she's the area guardian of the Cherry Blossom Sanctuary, meaning that's also where the staff of Ainz Orgon typically resides. Thus,
Oh, never mind.
meaning that's remember, she's the area guardian of the Cherry Blossom Sanctuary.
Cherry Blossom
meaning
Sanctuary.
That's also where the staff of Ainz Orgon typically resides. Thus, it should go without saying that the Cherry Blossom Sanctuary is arguably the most well-defended location in all of Nazareth.
It better be.
When compared to the Treasury, especially when you consider the fact that it's also the
Hopefully, Rubedo is also sitting right there with the fucking staff. Because if the staff is destroyed, the guild is destroyed. I think they might wanna put Rubedo there with the staff. Probably happened in all the time in Yggdrasil Hill, but we never know how it happened, and even Ainz doesn't know how it changed in the new world. Okay, that makes sense.
guild's main security hub. As we mentioned last video, it's guarded by elite high-level monsters, including Oriole Omega herself. And to even
Not
get there,
Rubedo?
you first have to bypass
Rubedo is on 8th floor with staff. Alright.
the rest of the 8th floor.
The wilderness. So, where's the cherry blossom thing?
And to even get there, you first
Where's the... The wilderness. 7 wasteland lava.
have to bypass the rest of the 8th floor. On top of this, it was impossible even for users of the Ring of Ainz Orgon to teleport directly into the Cherry Blossom Sanctuary. So, in short, attempting to destroy the guild weapon, or even disrupt the security network, was quite difficult to say the least. And by the time that you had made it all the way to the end of the 8th floor, you would have already conquered the majority of the defenses in Nazarick anyway, including even its trump card, meaning there was very little left in your way except the throne room itself. Of course, the Ariadne system doesn't necessarily say you have to provide a path to,
because we are not given less info on 8th floor. 8th floor hierarchy is confirmed able to beat Rubedo if they have a world item. So the staff is even more protected than you think. Oh, wait. The 8th floor hierarchy is confirmed able to beat Rubedo. Oh shit! Really? Did any news? Did we see in the video? Oh fuck! I might have forgotten. So the 8th floor protection can beat Rubedo. Then add Rubedo to that one with world item though. So you are gonna have to waste one world item. I mean the ones who disappear after 1 use. They have world enemies there. Oh.
every location in the guild. Take the treasury for example. It's in a completely sealed off location that's only accessible with the Ring of Ainz Orgon. The only room that must have a direct path at all times is the throne room. So it could be that the Cherry Blossom
World
Sanctuary
level boss.
is in a separate space entirely,
World
just
level
like
boss.
the treasury, and it can't be entered unless Oriole Omega lets you in via a specific teleportation gate. That said, there may be countermeasures to the teleportation blocks and traps, and it is actually implied that the Cherry Blossom Sanctuary is reachable on foot. I'm just saying, if I was in charge of the defenses of Nazarick and nothing was stopping me from doing it, I'd definitely try and make my security hub unreachable through both a teleportation block and a sealable gate. Though, on the off chance that someone did finesse their way in, it would really suck to be locked out from the inside. So, having a backup method of gaining entry into the sanctuary is probably a good idea.
What if someone
even
else
in
find
that
that
worst
backup?
case scenario where invaders did somehow manage to attack the Cherry Blossom Sanctuary, Oriole Omega's #1 priority was to safeguard the guild weapon. She had the authority to take the weapon and flee to the throne room, or even some other location. Presumably, the objective was to deliver
What's in
it
the
to
throne
Ainz's
room?
hands.
I mean,
Even some other location.
Ainz is there, right?
Presumably, the objective was to deliver it to Ainz's hands.
Oh.
Now, while the security hub would be a significant loss, the loss of the guild weapon would be even more catastrophic.
That's
and
true.
It was something that should be avoided at all costs. So that pretty much sums up her final responsibility. Now, what about her build? I'm sure you're
Racial level, human race. Oh, she didn't put much into her racial class. She put, I mean, they put all of her points in job class, not in racial class. Oh, never mind. It's literally said human races don't have a race level. All right. So all the points went to job class. She is quite strong. I mean, she is very balanced overall. HP is fine. MP is very good. The 8th floor is so broken that after the players wiped out at the 8th floor, many players flooded the developer mail with complaints about Ain's Ulgon hacking. That's how unfair and broken it is. they, they thought they were hacking. That's some real world shit. I used to play PUBG Mobile. When you play too good, people accuse you of hacking. One of those world enemies almost wiped the Ain's Ulgon guild out. Oh, so they must be so strong. So they keep check on Rubedo and Rubedo them. I guess so. Holy shit! I didn't think.
You're much more curious as to what type of NPC Ainz and the rest of the guild would put in charge of not only leading the Pleiades battle maids,
Hmm.
not only being the gatekeeper of Nazarick and its de facto chief of security, but also to be the escort and guard of quite literally the most important item to
I'm
be
guessing we are
protected in the
about to
game.
know that.
What is she actually capable of? Cause, I mean, with that type of resume, you'd think that she'd be able to take on both Rubedo and Shaltir at the same time.
I don't know about
I
that
think
one.
it's not quite what you'd expect. You see, I've saved it for the end for one very specific reason. It's actually something of a spoiler, as the details of her build
Spoiler. Am I supposed to watch this? I mean, spoilers from way back then. Mm, maybe not spoiler anymore. I'm gonna
have
watch it.
been
Fuck it.
revealed during an arc that hasn't been covered in the anime. Everything before now, and even in the first video, is something that you could have potentially picked up on by reading scenes or lines that were cut from the anime, or even by looking at the side stories that were released as bonus material for the Blu-rays and the manga. But for this, we're about to venture into territory that many of you anime-only watchers wouldn't have experienced yet.
Hmm.
That said, I'll be sure to keep the when, where, and why of how these powers were revealed hidden, and simply focus on explaining the mechanics of her build
You can. It isn't ever mentioned in the anime. Okay.
rather than any of the surrounding context. But if you're trying to stay clean of absolutely any spoilers whatsoever, well, here's your obligatory spoiler warning then. Feel
I
free to
got that.
pause, binge read all 4,000 plus pages of all 13 of the currently released light novels, and then come back to this video
4,000
afterward
plus
for your
pages.
thoughts. Okay, we good?
Yeah,
Perfect.
we got.
Put simply,
Let's go.
Oriel Omega is a commander or buffer class archetype. Her build basically revolves around giving massive buffs to allies. It's a pure support
Oh,
build that
she's
has
a
very
support.
little combat capabilities of its own. If you've watched any of my other videos, you'd know that she isn't the only commander type either. They seem to be quite diverse and spread throughout Nazarick. Like Pandora's Actor, for example, who we theorize to have the ability to buff allies in a predefined location.
Isn't he the doppelganger though? He could copy someone's skill set as well as their appearance. He's a commander
I'm
as
sure
well.
you yourself are well aware of the different types of buffs that can exist. Those of you who have played MMORPGs before have
I
probably
haven't.
seen a cleric or healer tell everyone to group around him at the beginning of a dungeon so that they can cast
Is Genshin Impact MMORPG? I don't think so. Doppelganger is just his race. Oh yeah. So there's the race class, then there's the job class. So he has
an area of
commander
effect
as a
buff.
job class.
Or maybe you've seen a tank
Probably
build that
more job
specializes in
classes.
auras, which grants buffs to nearby allies. Well, with Oriel Omega, the only thing that we know for certain is that she can provide some really good buffs. But I have a bit of a theory. In keeping with the whole Miko theme that she has going on, I suspect that she specializes in extremely powerful single target buff spells that take several minutes to cast but last for an extremely long time.
Hmm.
After all, what do Mikos do? purification rituals, ceremonial dances. The typical Miko activity is a slow,
I mean, Genshin is barely multiplayer since co-op is hell. Yeah, that's true.
contemplative, and graceful affair that's set to somber music and singing. Basically, we like to think that she stands in front of you and performs a very elaborate ceremonial dance that significantly buffs you after a few minutes. Sure, maybe she has a few area of effect buffs too, but her specialty is definitely in single target. So, in summary, she has a bunch of very powerful buffs that last for hours, but in exchange, they're slow to cast and limited in scope. Even
So
with
is
those
she
downsides,
herself not strong? Or she is strong as well, herself.
allow me to
And she can
emphasize
buff.
just how powerful these buffs are. For example, if she was to use them to buff her sisters, a group of 6 characters spanning from levels 46 to 63, after the buff, they'd in turn be collectively strong enough to give a single level 100 character a fairly hard time, or
Oh,
at least keep them
shit.
distracted for a little while. That may not seem like much, but that's actually pretty damn powerful.
It
Keep in
is.
mind the exponential growth and power scaling that comes from going up a single level. I mean, just about any level 100 character can take on an infinite number of level 1 to 40 characters because they literally cannot deal damage to a
Yep.
level 100. Usually, you have to be within 20 levels of a level 100 to even stand a chance against them, even when with a massive group. That's why most Nazarick NPCs intended for combat are generally level 85 or higher.
Yep.
After the Shaltir incident, Ainz actually instituted a policy requiring that any NPC leaving Nazarick be accompanied by a squad of at least 5 level 75 NPCs. It was in order to not only
They have
defend
guards every time they go
threats,
out.
but to also flee and report to Nazarick.
Imagine this victim strongly debuffs the enemies and Omega strongly buffs the 8th floor. 8th floor alone wasn't strong enough. Oh yeah, I didn't think about her pairing with victim as well. Victim debuffs her and Omega just buffs allies. Yeah, that's a fucking dangerous combo.
Nazarick in the case that they were captured, killed, or compromised in some way. Ainz was fearful of the chance that they encounter hostile level 100 players who possessed divine class equipment or world items. Logically speaking then, it's safe to assume that in a battle between 2 evenly matched level 100 NPCs, you'd need to be at around level 75 to even matter at all, or at least serve as a useful distraction.
Yep.
As such, I feel it's appropriate to say that the Pleiades can gain approximately 25 levels of combat power from Oriel Omega's buffs.
25.
Approximately 25 levels of combat power.
I mean, I'm guessing it's for lower level NPCs. Higher levels might get less levels, maybe.
From Oriel
The level 75 guards are basically sacrificial pawns so NPCs can escape. I see.
Omega's buffs. Obviously, whether they won or how long they'd last would depend on the skill level, build, and stats of the level 100.
I haven't seen Albedo's. Racial level imp. Did she put queen in job? Great term of Nazarick overseer. Queen self-proclaimed. Come on, Albedo. So she gave 10 to racial class imp. Isn't she a succubus? If I remember correct. Some of you mentioned. Oh no, Sheltier mentioned her being a succubus. What's IMP? Racial level, skeleton mage, elder leech. These ones I understand. Warm and caring devil of pure white. Okay. Cocytus gave 50 to. No, that's sense of justice. Oh, he's not in minus. Sense of justice. So he's a good guy, I guess. The base racial class and succubus is the advanced racial class. Imp is demon. Oh. How is Cocytus not minus? I thought some of you said that only Sabus is the one who is not minus on sense of justice. Some of you called it karma or karma. Cocytus is also good, I suppose, because he's not in negative. So Albedo has a lot of HP. Oh shit, she has a lot of physical defense and attack. She has magic defense more than Ain's and physical defense. The same way Skeleton Mage is the base racial class of Elder Lich, and Overlord is the high level racial class. Okay, okay, now I get it. Albedo is a tank. You don't say. She has a lot of HP and physical defense and magic defense. Is that why he took Albedo? And when in season 1, episode 4, when the angel was attacking from the crystal, he said to Albedo to guard him because she has more defense than him. The sunlight scripture when he used this crystal to summon the fuck is that angel. Cocytus has HP and oh shit, his physical attack is insane. I guess that's with the God Blade, his God Blade. Didn't he use that in front of? Oh, I mean against the Lizard Man. Brings out the fucking God Blade for the fucking Lizard Man. Physical defense is fine as well. Magic defense is somewhat low. Okay, so Albedo is a tank, dude. Cocytus is a physical fighter. His physical attack is almost max.
Character. Someone
That's
like
a duty.
Heinz,
I see.
Tucky, or Shaltier probably wouldn't be too inconvenienced at the end of the day if they were just up against the 6 buffed Pleiades. But a less combat-focused build like Demiurge or Aura might be in more dire.
Where can I find all these? I wanna read all of them. Damage is minus 500. Give him minus 1000 or something, dude. Or is minus 500 the max? Because he surely has some minus 1000 or something. So these are at the end of every light novel. Oh, minus 500 is max. Google it up. Oh, I can find it on Google. Um, what am I supposed to search? I mean, for the Google. Overlord stats or stat cards? Something like that. Let's see. Overlord stat. CARDS. Character cards. Okay, I didn't get in the character cards. Overlord. Okay, found them. Hmm. Okay, why is the screen stuck? There it is. There's a lot of them. I'm gonna read these in my free time. That's a lot of them. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm gonna save these for my free time. All right. Let's continue.
Dire straits, and could very well lose without their minions nearby to defend them. So, how does this powerful supportive ability apply to Oriole Omega as the residential security monitor? First of all, the buffs would actually be very useful for offensive operations and attacking other guilds. When you're attacking someone, you basically get to determine when and where the attack takes place. So a buff taking a really long time to cast isn't really a major downside.
Hmm.
But having Oriole Omega as just a designated buff bot isn't really an efficient use of her time. I mean, if that was
That's
her
true.
only job, she'd spend a really long time standing around doing absolutely nothing in between operations. Sticking her in the teleportation gate security hub lets her serve a triple role in offense, defense, and peacetime. During daily
Peacetime.
activities, she's monitoring the security cameras and vetting people using the teleportation gates. Before major offensive operations, the participants would stop by the sanctuary on their way out so that she can buff them. And
Oh,
finally, on defense,
they
someone
go there
can
to
take
get
her
buffed,
job of
then they go
proactively
out.
monitoring and controlling the gates, while various key individuals, like say level 100 NPCs, would teleport into the Cherry Blossom Sanctuary to receive their buffs. This actually could have been the
Yo,
exact
this is
case during the worker invasion of Season 3.
they were good. What the word I'm looking for? Functionality going on there. I mean, they go, they get buffed, then they fight.
As we saw that Albedo took over the role of managing the security and defense network. Though I doubt it was for the reason of sending the members of the Worst Five to go and receive buffs from Oriole Omega. It's more likely that she's just not in charge of running security 24/7. More like during the times when there isn't an active invasion or military operation. Cause when there is, she'd need to be free in order to utilize her powers to aid the rest of Nazarick. From
Hmm.
a fundamental standpoint, the Cherry Blossom Sanctuary would serve as a good staging ground both for launching offensive operations outside the guild, as well as coordinating the final line of defense during major invasions of Nazarick. Being behind several floors, it would take quite some time for attackers to make their way down to it, and as the center of the teleportation monitoring and redirection network, it would make for an efficient hub of transportation. In the worst possible case, where the 8th floor looked like it was going to fall and the Cherry Blossom Sanctuary
I
invaded,
doubt it's ever
Overlord
fallen.
could bless a few of the guards and use the many high-level NPCs there to cover her retreat, then evacuate to the throne room and deliver the guild weapon to Ainz, before
Hmm.
finally returning to the door to buff her fellow Pleiades for a final stand. Now,
She has
not
a
to
lot to
vex you,
do.
but that seems to me like a pretty well thought out emergency defense and evacuation plan.
Yep.
Very much fitting to one of the top guilds of Yggdrasil. But yeah, that's
One
it.
of the top guilds, not the top guild. Holy shit. Was there ever a concrete top guild in Yggdrasil?
About it for Oriole Omega's personality, appearance, responsibilities, and capabilities.
This was a good video as well. Alright, guys, let's go for some solo leveling. I think the most fun part about Overlord is learning just how obsolete any resistance the new world can put up against Nazarick is. After all, even NPCs whose existence is meant to be a joke are better than even the hero class. That's true, dude. I hope they get someone that could stand up against them. Seraphim probably was the top guild. Seraphim. The top guild in Yggdrasil was Seraphim, the Angel Guild. Oh shit. I would like to read about that one. I mean, is there any information on it? Or just you know that it's the top guild? So, where did we end? So, we watched till episode 13. Let me refresh my memories. Oh, wait. Copyright protection. Where is it? Also, you always have to keep in mind Iron Zulgaon only had 41 members. The other, oh, the cap was 100. I see. To be fair, Seraphim probably has had 100 members plus subsidiary guilds. So, there were subsidiary guilds. Holy shit. So, we read about what? What did he read about? Okay, without a party. Oh, yeah, he was fighting the fucking red dog something. A wolf. Steel fanged lichen. Yeah, we read this one. He was getting wrecked, then he was standing up to it. Then another one showed up. Or it was the same one, just came back. Right? Yeah, he had Song's weapon as well. No, not Song's. Kim, Mr. Kim's weapon. Can I store random stuff in here? Okay. And my memory is back. Let's go. What's this? Name Sung Jinwoo. Level 2, Job None, Fatigue 0, Title None, HP 205, MP 22, Strength 20, Health 11, Agility 11, Intelligence 11, Sense 11. Okay. Passive. There's no passive. Oh, Tenacity. That's why I say probably. Okay. That isn't confirmed or even mentioned anywhere, and it is pure speculation. Okay. So he has passive skill Tenacity. And there's another unknown Max. What the fuck is this one? Active speed. Alright. So we're going into next. Okay. Alright. For the YouTube. Hmm. Where do we start? Hello everyone, welcome back to another solo leveling reaction. Today we are reading. Fuck. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Retake. Hello everyone, welcome back to another solo leveling reaction. Today we are reading episode 13 of, not 13, 14, right? Yeah, 14 of solo leveling. Let's get right into it. If you're new channel, do subscribe, and if you are subscribed, do like and comment another video. Well, that went well. Have you read any by Paul Tide than once with Galadriel? What you talking about? Oh, you're all talking about among yourselves. My bad. Sorry. Alright, so he beat this Lycan and looks like all of my stats go up by 1 point every time I level up. Oh fuck. There's a storm outside. It's raining hard as well now. Power might get cut anytime, so if the stream stops abruptly, you know that it's because the power got cut. Looks like all of my stats go up by 1 point every time I level up. 1 point. I get 3 points when I complete a daily quest, and each time I level up, all 5 of my stats gain a point for a total of 5 points. All 5 of my stats. Okay. Hunting beast seems like the fastest way to level up. I wonder how much of a difference each point makes. These stats quantify in things like intelligence and sense too. Hmm. So you can level up your intelligence without anything. Just fight monster and you become smarter. But I guess the easiest to understand is strength. His strength is 20. My strength is only at 20, but I definitely feel an improvement. Okay. Could it be that every time my stats go up, the effectiveness increases with it? Alright. Either way, I know that I'll become more powerful the more I level up. Do your daily tasks. Actually have a chance at becoming stronger. Alright. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. I only defeated a couple of magic beasts. Well, you couldn't have before this, so you're obviously getting stronger. Do I not get any essence stones for these guys? It wasn't in a dungeon though. It was in a separate. All magic beasts living inside dungeons had essence stone. Was it a dungeon? You opened this separate thing with a key, right? Is this place a category on its own? That's what I'm talking about. A strange phenomenon is happening to me. If I'm really being controlled by this game-like system, there's a high possibility that this dungeon and the magic beast inside of it have been specifically designed by the system itself. Instead of essence stones, I get items. What's this? Lycan's Fang. Level of difficulty none. None. And you barely defeated them. I mean, yeah, he is kind of weak right now. Type miscellaneous. A large and sharp Lycan's Fang. You can store this item in your inventory or sell it at a shop. At the shop. Okay. There's even a shop. Oh, he gets a shop as well. Yo, this is literally a game for him now. How does purchasing work? You cannot make purchases at your current level. You have to level up for your purchase as well. Nice. Okay, bye. Bye, Farhan Naik. Thank you for stopping by that stream. Item Lycan's Fang. Would you like to sell this item? Sell. How much would you get? 20? Not sure how much that's worth in cash. Well, this dungeon is probably somewhere around E rank. So I don't think it's worth all that much. I think it's worth a lot, I guess. What should I do next? I can't leave this dungeon until I have defeated the boss. I could also use a teleportation stone to get out of here, but I don't know when I'll be able to get one of those. Hmm. Food shortage is going to be my main problem in the longer I'm in here. Even though this is an E-rank dungeon, defeating the boss by myself is more than I can handle. So those Lycans were just low-level monsters. He has to still defeat the fucking boss of this dungeon. Wait, no. Maybe if I level up enough, it will be possible. Yep. So I could die before making it that far. Something's coming. Another Lycan. Oh shit! That's a lot of them. You had trouble dealing with 2, 3. Yo. There's nothing to be afraid of. I think there is. I've already died once. Did he die? He's charging in straight up. This dude's fear went away. Oh shit! Did he just one shot that one? He did. Oh, got grabbed. It's gonna take more than that to kill me. Yo, he is growing quick. So put up a better fight, otherwise I'll feel bad. Yo, he's talking that shit as well. Give it your all. Let's fight at full force. Yo, holy shit! That's all from just one level upgrade. He's wrecking these lycans like it's nothing. As long as I'm alive, I'm gonna fight with everything I've got. Notice level up. He got another level up. I've come to a realization. Another level up. If I give up here, I'll die in vain. Yo, this dude's. I won't be able to protect my loved ones. I'll end up losing everything. Holy shit! He got quite a bit stronger just with one level of strength. I mean, one level of increase. I mean, he got leveled up 2 or 3 times more just now, right? So, yeah, he's even stronger now. No shadows like a weakling. That means if it means I can become stronger, I'll gladly follow these ridiculous rules. Yo, this art is amazing. He beat them all? Oh shit, he did. There's more. He's not gonna be able to rest a bit. You have gained the title Wolf Assassin. The title to be continued. Okay, that was episode 14. This dude became so much strong with just one level of increase. How much stronger is he gonna get? He just increased 2 or 3 times as well, even more now. So I'm guessing he's quite a bit stronger now. Let's go to the next one. Okay, we need to buy this one. Unlock 5 chapters. Let's go for the 5, I guess. Oh, I have to recharge once more sooner. Let's go episode 15. The edge of this blade has been damaged. Oh, his sword is breaking. Kim's sword. I guess it's only a matter of time before a weapon gets worn out. Even if you buy an expensive item, it gets destroyed after using it in a few dungeons. Yep, get a better one. Better one. I once purged over 500,000 one on a dagger. It definitely made hunting easier, but it got smashed to pieces during the battle against the boss. Okay, so the weapon's durability is not that good, I guess. As a reward, got 3 E rank essence stones that day. Losses outweighed the benefits, so I never bought another weapon after that. Makes sense though. You just got. That's why I chose to fight one beast at a time with my bare hands. Even though it made things harder for me. Thanks to you. Looks like I was able to somehow pull through. He beat them all. Now is he gonna fight with his hands only? Title Wolf Assassin. This title is given to hunters who excel at hunting wolves. All your abilities will now increase by 40% when fighting against beast type monsters. Holy shit! That's a buff? You get buffs from titles. I've got 34 wolf fangs, 2 worn daggers, a traveler's cloak, and a teleportation stone. That was easier to find than I thought. 34 wolf fangs. So he beat 34 wolves. A teleportation stone. Should I go? Where did you find the teleportation stone though? He said he didn't have one. Should I go back? Nope. Oh, he's gonna stay and fight the boss, I guess. I don't know if I'll ever get the chance to boost my powers like this again. Smart choice, but a dangerous one. What will happen to this dungeon if I use the teleportation stone? Will it disappear? I don't know. Could be possible if this dungeon is like the other time based events created by the system. So ultimately, that means an unknown being is controlling me. Maybe that statue thing, a smiling one, feels like I'm just a pawn in their game. Do I go forward or retreat? What's he gonna do? Reach. Oh, you? Is that some pocket dimension or something? He just went in there, put it there. So he has a pocket dimension, I guess. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, never mind. I thought something slashed him. I guess he is beating up more lichens. Yes, he is. Two more level ups. Every time I level up, little by little, fighting against these magic beasts become easier. Yup, that's a different one. Razor Clawed Briga, Black Shadow Razan. So there's more kind of monsters here now. I can definitely feel myself getting stronger. I can see you get stronger. This place is different from a regular dungeon because these monsters keep respawning. Yo, it's a fucking farming grounds. Level farming or XP farming. It's like they are not actual living creatures. It feels exactly like a game where you fight against monsters with a set pattern. Hmm. If I could just learn the pattern, I'd be at least be able to anticipate where they're coming from. Yo, this dude's gonna get stronger and stronger in here. Monkeys jump up and jump down from above, and cats flank from left and right at one time. Yo, he's learning their patterns. Whip. What did he do? What's this? Whip. Flick of the wrist or something? So he stepped the monkey coming from above. Then he flashed the cats from the left and right, right? Yo, he has learned the pattern. Yo, he looks scarier. I mean, not scary, but scary. You know what I mean? Sliced in fucking half. Yo, now he looks even more scarier. Holy shit. What the fuck? Steel Fang. He just split it in half. The level of each magic piece changes color based on how strong they are. If the level is white, that means the beast is relatively weak. Orange means they are same level as you are stronger. And red means they are significantly stronger. And you beat them. Goblin, fanged lichen, poison tooth, the giant desert centipede. He hasn't fought the centipede yet. The liken's label used to be orange, but now it's white. So I must have gotten a lot stronger. Oh, it's resonating with his strength. So now they are changing their color to white because he's getting stronger than them. A lot stronger. Still at my current level, I might not be able to defeat the beast down there. Oh, has he reached the. Yep, I guess he has reached the boss. I'm getting goosebumps. My sense stats has increased, which is why I know for sure like that lurking down there is a monster. So I'm supposing that's the boss. I can feel just how strong it is. I don't think I'm gaining any more levels by staying here. And my sword won't make it if I continue to fight unnecessary battles. Is he gonna go for the boss straight up? Yep. Yep. Is it just me or are the stairs taking longer than usual to go down? Are you in a loop or something? Is this really Hapcheong Station? I think you're teleported somewhere. Something attacked. Oh, never mind. It's in the water. No, there's no water. There is somewhat water. Okay, something attacked him. Tentacle? An octopus or something? Oh shit! He got. He suffered some damage. Broke his sword. I leveled up quite a bit. It's a goddamn snake! King of the swamp, blue venom fanged Kasaka. King of the swamp. Please be the fucking boss. If he's not the boss, then who is? I can't believe its label is still written in orange. Written in orange? Wasn't orange the same level of you? Right? Orange means they are the same level as you. So maybe you can take him then? Yep, his name is written in orange. You could take him. Are you the one in charge here? With a broken sword! Oh fuck. This and right when it's getting interesting. Alright, episode 16. Is he gonna use the broken sword? That thing is huge. But in orange, so same level of as you. Sword attacks won't work against those scales. Hmm. Simply punching him won't work either. Slither. Alright. 1 second, guys. Fuck. Alright, guys. Let's continue. I just went to get some tea. Y'all have some? So the snake attacks. What the fuck are those? Is he gonna get that fang as well? That's gonna sell for a lot, I guess. It's using speed and its own body weight to attack. I thought you said it won't do anything against those scales. So why even try? But how am I supposed to cut through those thick scales? Try punching it? This is gonna be a problem. I die if I get a direct hit. Isn't it supposed to be on your level? Oh shit, you're getting manhandled actually. You said if you get direct hit, you will die. But you didn't die here. Maybe it's not direct hit. I thought I got a little stronger, but was that not enough? How much stronger do I have to get? A lot. You are the weakest one. Oh, is he gonna cut him in his inside his mouth? Not to overcome my past, the weakest hunter of all mankind. That's right. It's what people have been calling you lately, Sung. I thought you knew. I did. Oh, is this a flashback? Seems there are people immature enough to be calling you names since there are rumors going around and all. Use this as an opportunity to work harder. Yep, prove them wrong. Alright. What did he do? Blocked with the sword, that fang, and deflected the attack? I'm weak, that's why I got that nickname. I'm ashamed to be such a weak hunter. Even I think I'm pathetic. Powerful strength, overwhelming power is the only way to make people bow their heads. I don't know if that's the mentality. And kneel before you. Why is that subtitles hidden? Oh, this is a flashback. He's thinking back to it. Fake hypocrisy won't protect me. No matter what kind of strategies your opponents use, they'll become helpless in the face of power. They might attempt to stand up against the terror but will quickly be brought down to their knees again. To be honest, I had no idea you, the weakest of us, would play such an active role in the raid. He would have saved all your asses, but y'all had to just run away. He stayed behind and now he's getting the benefits of it. I looked down on you. I didn't expect much whenever you joined a party. People look down on me because I'm weak. People might thank you for your intelligence or wisdom, but in the face of this statue, the look, this gives me fucking nightmares every time I see it. The art, dude, in the face of power. I don't want to die, I'm sorry. They'll easily betray you. Oh, he's thinking like that now? I must become stronger. Is his mentality changing as well? I can all I came all this way to become stronger. That you did. Oh shit, you got tail whipped. Oh, he's fine. I must become stronger. What's this purple lightning stuff coming from him? The fuck? Look at this purple lightning coming from. Not yet. He deflected the snake compared to the statue of God. Compared to the fear I felt that day. You don't scare me a bit. Is he gonna go inside his mouth or something? Never mind. Was he able to penetrate that scale? Nope. The fucking snake tried to eat him. Chomp. He grabbed onto him. The fuck? What did he grab though? His neck? I poured everything into my strength stats. Oh shit, he's breaking the scales with his hands. I should have enough strength now too. I poured everything into my strength stats. From where? Your other stats? Or the ones he got level up from? Can he? He's crushing the fucking neck of that snake. Holy shit. Yo. That sword ain't shit. Use your hands. Mr. Sung Jinwoo hasn't returned yet. Nope. He left this morning. The sun set a while ago. He's still not back. Well, he's doing much better and will be discharged soon anyway. It's hard to tell with hunters, you never know what might happen. He should be in his room recovering. They say high ranking hunters are millionaires, but low ranking hunters don't make much and are constantly in danger. I don't get why they do it. You should see the hunters admitted into the intensive care unit. It's horrifying. How so? I have no idea what goes on inside those dungeons, but the injuries they sustain are severe. Well, they come in here in drenched in blood. They're totally different from the patients we normally get. Well, I'm amazed that they are able to survive under those circumstances. It's a miracle that they are even able to make it out of those dungeons alive after sustaining so many injuries. That's not entirely true. A weak hunter is still much stronger than an average person. Much stronger. But Jinwoo was barely stronger than an average person, right? He was the weakest hunter as well. They may look normal, but they're monsters inside. Really? He got 3 level ups? Oh, does he get 3 level ups after beating a boss? E rank boss. I guess this means I've become a little bit stronger, right? Yep, little bit, a whole lot. You have defeated the king of swamp, the blue venom fanged Kasaka. What's the items he got? Let's see. A pouch containing refined venom from Kasaka. Upon defeating Kasaka, you have a slim chance of obtaining this item. Slim chance, and he got it. Drinking this venom will make your skin. Drinking this venom will make your skin tough. How does drinking venom help you anyway? But I guess it does. Make your skin tough, but your muscles will be oh, permanently damaged due to the poison. Why would someone use that? It's gonna permanently damage your muscles. Effect Kasaka's ironclad skills 20% less physical damage. Side effect muscle damage 35 strength. Let's not use that. But it's a level of difficulty 8 difficulty item. This one's level of difficulty is C. He's in a E class dungeon, right? Level E dungeon. A dagger made from the Kasaka's venom fang. Those were huge. Kasaka's venom still remains within it, thus causing paralyzation and bleeding when used upon an opponent. That's very useful. Attack plus 25. Well, there's no downside to this one. This one we can use, thus causing paralyzation and bleeding when used upon an opponent. You may store this item in your inventory or sell it at the shop. You could use it. Effect paralyze. The opponent will be paralyzed at a certain rate. Effect bleed. The opponent will lose 1 HP health every second. Yo, this one's very useful. Keep this one. Okay, that's the chapter or episode. Episode 7. I guess this means I have become a little bit stronger, right? Yep. You crushed a huge as snake's neck. My clothes are a mess, and the sword just got destroyed. Didn't you have a cloak in your inventory? My body feels kind of sore too, but I've got something even better than Mr. Kim's sword. Yep, that thing looks insane as well. Yo, it's a dagger made out of fangs, not bones. My attack has doubled. There's even an option to use paralyze and bleed effects. Yep, in comparison, this seems a bit trickier to use. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna permanently damage your muscles. Maybe sell this one. Keep it stored for now. You have defeated the boss. The dungeon will now be restored to its original state. Original state? What? Oh, it's literally like a game or something. Everything just disappearing. So it turned back into the station again. Apcheong station. There's nobody around. What time is it? What are you doing? Why did you step out of there? Didn't you hear the announcement? What announcement? There's a military guy? Wait, are you serious? Are you being serious right now? That's the knife. Are you a hunter? Yep. I apologize. Let me escort you. Escort you? Oh, yeah. Escort me, please. So, hunters are respected, I guess, in this world. Yeah, they are the heroes, kind of thing, right? What is it this time? Oh, what the fuck? Something. A gate opened nearby. The monsters are dead, so I'm guessing the other hunters killed them. Did the magic beasts get through the gate? Those are not the same ones you faced, though. We didn't see this one, right? Neither this one. Maybe it's because my sensory stats, but I can feel it. Yo, what the fuck? Look at this dude. He looks insane. With those glowing eyes. It's a boss. Fuck is this thing? Yeah, the designs of these monsters is crazy, dude, in this anime. No, not anime. What is this? Manhwa. Please don't take photos. Y'all. What if. Please evacuate quickly as possible. What are all the hunters doing? How long are they gonna fight? I wish they'd hurry up and get rid of it. Go ahead, try it. Fucking entitled shits. This is a complete mess. They are causing so much damage. Please evacuate. What if the property values go down? Y'all gonna die? They are helping you defeat this shit. And y'all are criticizing them. Healers, focus your heals on the tank. The tank? We are doing the best we can. Damage dealers, what are you doing? Doesn't look like this guy's taken any damage. Oh shit, its defenses are too strong. And we don't have enough mage hunters to counter it. What rank is this monster? And what rank are y'all? Are there not any high level hunters? Is it because they were called here last minute? Please let me through. Their attacks aren't coordinated. Oh, they're not a team, I guess. And all of them are in low tier ranks. Oh shit! Jinwoo might be stronger than them then. If they are in the low tier ranks. I think 8 of them are E rank and 1 is D rank. Yo! That one can't land any final blows because he's a tank. That's why the battle is dragging on. Where are other hunters? High level ones. The healers consist of 2 D rank and 1 B rank. Oh, is that? What are you doing? Give me some healing. Yep, I thought so. That's. You said you were a B rank healer. Don't just stand there, come on. How is she a B rank? I mean, I guess she has good healing. But what's up with her? Oh, she still has the trauma from that thing back then. If I back down now, I won't be able to get back up. She hasn't been able to overcome her trauma yet. Yep. Well, I understand why, since I'm also. No. Oh shit, he's gonna fight. I must overcome this. Let's fucking go, dude. Let them see the weakest hunter of all mankind do something. Use the new sword. Dagger. The boss is around D rank. It's a step down from the boss I fought earlier. Step down? Really? Wasn't that dungeon E rank? If I can just break down his defenses, I'll have a chance. I need to land a single heavy blow to smash through those hunks of stone. Overconfident much? Hey yo, look at his fucking arm. Go. Did he do something? What did he do? Oh, he threw it. Oh fuck, no one's gonna see this shit. If it does something. At this rate, we're all gonna die. If the high ranking hunters don't show up soon. No. The tank will be killed if he keeps going like this. What am I supposed to do? I'm about to run out of mana. Hmm? There comes the fucking sword. Oh shit! Did he just one shot that thing? We did it, our attacks are working. Yeah, I thought so. No one saw that shit. They think it's their attacks. Just a little more. Now's the time. Hurry up and attack. We did it. We defeated it. Y'all didn't do shit. Jinwoo did it. What? Up until a moment ago, our attacks had no impact. Exactly. Why did he collapse all of a sudden? This can't be. None of our attacks were working. What was that thing that flew over here just now? Holy shit! He just one-shotted that D-class spirit monster? What the hell made that stone giant's head explode? And with a broken sword. The boss level golem didn't budge even when the over 10 hunters attacked it. Yo, holy shit, this dude became way stronger than I thought. He just one-shotted a D-class boss? How could a mere dagger knock him out? Who the hell was it? Hey, you. Yes, are you talking to me? Did you happen to see the person who threw this? Oh, it belongs to that hunter over. You ran away? Eh? Weird. There was a hunter here just now. The strength, the destructive power. Could it have been a high ranking hunter? Yo, this dude, he didn't even take the credit for that shit. Didn't think a single blow would knock it out. Maybe the others exhausted it. No, dude, you just one shotted it. Oh, she felt him. I mean, saw him or felt him. Nope, she didn't see him. Name Sung Jin Woo, level 18. Fatigue 72. I mean, yeah, he needs some rest. HP 22. Excuse me? Wasn't his HP somewhere around 200? Yo, this fucker leveled up so much. Shit. HP 2200. 20. MP 350. Strength 48. What was it before? 18? Somewhere around those lines. Health 27, agility 27, intelligence 27, sense 27. Yo, holy shit. This dude became a monster all of a sudden. He has a title now. No job. Dude just one-shotted a class D. Rank D. I'm so confused in rank, class rank. Oh, let's go to the next episode. Alright, episode 18. Redo your. He's getting fucking ripped. He's ripped as fuck. Yo, he's doing his daily quest. Excuse me. Oh my god. I'm sorry. No, I'm the one who should apologize. Oh, I don't remember. Dude's fucking popped up. This patient having such a nice body. Nice body. Yo, Jinwoo, you have a chance here. Take it. You are being discharged here, discharged today, right? Yes. Do you think I could get? She took the fucking chance. My number, yes, if you're okay with it. Is she going to send me my exam results later? Fucking take the hint, dude. Sure, hold on a second. She took her chance. I appreciate her. I applaud her. There's the one I would like to. Uh, did we know how old she is? How old is Jinwoo's sister? Hey, Jina, are you going to school? Oh, never mind. School. Fuck it. No. Can't. What the? You are awake? I woke up a while ago. Be careful of your cars. Of the cars on your way to school. Dude, Jinu, have you been working out a little? You look more buff, but does exercising make you taller? He became taller as well. Do you guys grow taller even after turning 20? Yo, holy shit, he became taller. Stop asking weird questions and take this umbrella. I don't I don't think it's gonna be going to rain. No, it's going to rain. And besides, my bag's going to be heavy. It's a lightweight folding umbrella. Stop whining. Hmm. He looks like the big brother now. I think I'll run a little later. 10 kilometers. Dude, don't forget about it though. You're gonna get a penalty. I've gained muscle mass. Yup, a lot of it. There's no way my body changed this drastically from a few days of working out. I'm pretty sure my stats are having an effect on my build. Yeah, I think so. Stop fucking flexing on me. My strength stat points keep rising, so I think My body is changing in order to achieve the maximum of efficiency. Hmm. Ability points 12 left to spare. Am I investing too heavily in my strength stats? I think so. Get some in agility, maybe? Oh, go for intelligence. HP is a lot. 2220. You had something around 200, 300 before. What will happen if I keep investing in it? Check out these guns. Oh, is this what I'll end up looking like? I sure hope not. So he's gonna go for. And if I'm capable of causing a lot of damage with my attacks, it won't mean anything if I can't hit the target. Okay. And vice versa. Go for agility, maybe? Strength and agility go well together, so I'll invest in agility to start. Good choice. When it comes to strength, the higher the better. But my sense stats turned out to be way more useful than I thought they would be. Sense stats. Oh, he sensed that boss, the new boss, the recent one, when he got out of the dungeon, right? Intelligence is the only problem. I think I'll have something to do with magic abilities. It will have something to do with magic abilities. But do I really need it? I think you should create a balanced build. Invest in every stat. This should be good enough. So he gave 2 for strength. Agility he gave, what was it before? I don't know, but he gave some for agility, strength, and sense. Call from the Hunters Association. Hunter Sung Jinwoo speaking. Jeez, you finally picked up. Jinwoo, why haven't you been answering my calls? Sorry, I got into an accident, so I was at the hospital. I see. No wonder. Anyway, Jinwoo, I'm calling because I haven't received this month's rent yet. Oh, is that your landlord or lady? If you can't pay me right now, want me to give you a couple of months or so? That's a good landowner. It's okay, I'll deposit the rent later today. Tap. A second awakening. If I've been reawakened, I should. Is it second awakening? I think it's something to do with that statue thing. And it's totally different, entirely different. Maybe I'm wrong though. I should be able to quickly make enough money to pay rent, right? It's not much. If I keep getting stronger, I'm sure I'll be able to become a high ranking hunter in no time. Hunters earn money by defeating magic beasts. The more experience you have and the higher you rank, the more valuable effect essence stones you attain from magic beasts. So you should have just claimed, not ran away from there and just claimed the kill for yourself, and you would have gotten a big magic stone, maybe, because that was a rank D boss. So in order to defeat this high ranking magic beast, you must likewise venture into higher level gates. D rank and E rank gates appear often, so you therefore have to compete with a lot of other low tier hunters. That's why guilds don't accept E rank hunters. And to make matters worse, it's not easy for E rank hunters to find job. These conditions make things pretty hard for me. My official ranking within the association is E rank, and I have never had any experience beyond a C rank gate. So, are they gonna update his rank or not? Or will he have to show something for it? Work his way up. Your income is based on your competence. So, under normal circumstances, I won't be able to escape my fate as the weakest hunter of mankind. Should I just retake the exam and boost my ranking? A reawakening would definitely make headline. People love gossip and hunters would get a kick out of it as well. If I were to garner enough public interest, I'd be able to make good money. but I'd also draw a lot of unwanted attention. There's a hunter that can raise his stats. He gets stronger as time passed. How is that even possible? Yeah, they all wanna know. I can't expose myself to the public until I'm absolutely sure I have been reawakened. I need to make money first. It would be great if I could get into a strike squad. Hmm? You remember something? Yo, he looks so much changed from the first time we saw him. Hey, over there. I'm Wang Dong Suk. I can't pronounce these names, man. What's your name? I'm Sung Jinwo. You said you were E rank, right? Yes. Oh, I know you're pretty famous. They're gonna make fun of him. He's gonna save your ass inside. Just watch. What was your nickname again? The weakest hunter on the planet. Sure, sure. Sure, buddy. What the hell is that, man? Enough, settle down. It's alright, we just need you to fill in. Like I said over the phone, it will be hard for you to join in on the hunting since this is a C rank gate. Oh, he's gonna show off, I think. Maybe not. You won't get any essence stones, but I'll give you 2 million won in cash just for coming today. Pretty sweet deal, eh? Yeah. Okay then. Please sign this contract. Sign this contract. Don't sign that shit. Because even if you defeat the boss, you won't get any essence stones because those are, I'm guessing this contract is the terms and condition. So even if you beat the C rank boss, you won't get any essence stones because you signed a contract with it. You will only get the 2 million. Don't sign it. Glance. Oh, is he sensing them? I think 5 of them are. Oh shit, he can sense their rank. I mean, know their rank? I think 5 of them are C rank and 4 are D rank or lower. In order to enter a C rank gate, a party must consist of at least 10 people, and at least half of them must be higher than C rank. 5 of them are C rank. Half of them must be higher than C rank. What? Higher or the same rank as C rank, I think. Otherwise, they can't enter. Higher than C rank means they have to be B rank or they have to be C rank or higher. I think that's why sometimes a strike squad list is like this is found where random people are recruited to make the entry quota. Looks like I'm just filling in. Hey, I guess you and I both are here just for the head count. Who's that? My name is Yu Jin Ho. I'm 22 years old and my rank is D. Looks like a fucking kid. I'm not a member of the strike squad either. I'm only here because they recruited me just like you. Okay. Right, this guy. But with all the fancy equipment. Hey yo, is he the son of a business tycoon or something? Seems like it. So what should I do? Nothing, just carry our bags and keep up with us. That would be easy. Inside are some lunch boxes, spare clothes, equipment, first aid kits, a little bit of this and that. Are we going in without a healer? Yeah, you probably know this already, but it's hard to recruit a healer for a private strike squad. This is how we have always gone about business. Hey, yo, you all not taking healer. I mean, they're taking some kit, first aid kit. Uh, Strike squad consisting of just tanks and damage dealers. That's messed up. I mean, they have tanks, I guess, so it's fine. I have read and understood that the strike squad will not be responsible for any accidents that happen inside of the dungeon. Oh, never mind. So the contract does not have those things, right? That he will not get any essence stones and he will get 200 million. Oh, not 200 million, 2 million. Makes me a bit anxious not having a healer and all. Dong Suk. That's enough. Let's get going. Yeah, we're gonna be doing all the fighting anyway. No need to explain every little detail to him. Let's see who's gonna be doing all the fighting. I mean, they might. There's rank CS also, but I think that something's gonna go bad. Y'all are about to die, and Jinwoo is gonna save you. All right, let's head in. What are you so worried about? You said you're E rank, right? I'll protect you. Dude, fucking shining armor and shit. Haha, that's okay. All right, that was episode 18. All right, guys, that is enough for today. We're gonna continue it afterwards now. So yeah, that was my reaction to episode 13 to 18 or 14 to 18 of solo leveling. If you like my reaction, do like and comment and subscribe for more solo leveling reaction. Thank you for watching.